Hi everybody, welcome to my review of Season 3, Episode 22 of Little Women Atlanta. If you haven't seen this episode yet, this video will act like a spoiler, so you might want to watch this video later. The name of this episode is Season 3 Reunion, Part 2. The episode begins with some footage of the altercation between Abira and Minnie from last episode. They show them catfighting again, and then after they're separated, Minnie and Abira yell insults at each other. Tara tells them to sit down and talk. Then, Minnie takes something off of the table and throws it in Abira's direction, and it accidentally hits Tanya. Then Tanya gets mad and tells Minnie to watch where she's throwing stuff, and blah 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 blah. And then Abira tells Minnie to pick up her rent money. Then everybody takes 5 and the crew straightens up the stage. People get their makeup redone. Then Minnie goes backstage and talks to her mom. Her mom tells her not to let Abira bother her, and Abira is nothing but a man. She reminds Minnie that she's too classy for that. Minnie looks as if she's going to cry. Tammy says that she's going to get Abira. One of the producers tells Tammy that he doesn't want her running up on Abira. Tammy tells the producer that when she sees Abira, she's going to punch her. She's going to tear the whole studio up, and it's going to be Hurricane Tammy. And she's dead serious. Abira leaves the stage. She goes backstage. Then next, all we can see is the camera panning from the floor to the walls and stuff. And all we can hear is like a whole bunch of banging and stuff. And somebody screaming. And we hear Minnie yelling, "Mama! Mama!" Then the camera tries to make its way to where the action is. It turns out that Tammy had thrown some water on somebody. She meant to throw it at Abira, but she accidentally threw it at Money. Minnie tells her mother to stop. Tammy says that she's cool. Abira says that she will beat the out of Minnie and Tammy. She says that she can't even go to the bathroom, and they're the ghettoest ever. Tammy is asked to leave, and so is Abira. Minnie tells one of the producers to tell Money that her mother wasn't trying to throw water on her. Tammy needs to sit down before she gets herself into some serious trouble. I know you don't like people messing with your daughter, but you don't need to be assaulting other people. She needs to work on that. She could get into some serious trouble. And she's too old to be doing all that. But at least she didn't put her hands on anybody, or get arrested, or get another restraining order. After everybody calms down, the cast gets back on the couch. Tara says that she felt like she needed counseling after that incident. Then, Amanda's boyfriend joins the cast on stage. Tara asks Amanda how their relationship is going. Then they show some footage regarding Amanda and Jordan's relationship. Amanda said that she felt stupid expecting Jordan to propose to her, because in the past, Jordan expressed how he was going to marry her someday. Jordan says that he wasn't going to propose to her that night. He said he wants to get a house before they get engaged. Amanda and Jordan begin to get emotional. Amanda says that she's emotional because Jordan is her first love and they've been through so much with each other. And she also has trust issues, and she and Jordan need to work on that. Tara asks Amanda where the trust issues came from. Amanda says in the past, she and Jordan broke up with each other for 2 weeks. Tara asks what made Amanda upset and wants to break up with him. Jordan said that he was in the club all the time, and Amanda didn't like that. Tara asks Jordan if he was promiscuous. Jordan says no, and he doesn't want to get into details. Andrea says that Amanda overthinks things a lot, and she's always putting herself down. Juicy tells Amanda that she has to have more confidence in herself. Tanya tells Amanda to also have confidence in the way that her man looks at her, and make sure that he respects her. Juicy tells Amanda to let she and Jordan's problems be only a stepping stone, because in a marriage there will be lots of problems that they'll have to get over. Next, they show some footage regarding Andrea's relationship with Chris. Then Chris joins everybody on stage. Andrea says watching all those clips made her feel emotional because of all the stuff she and Chris had been through. She says that when they argue and the crap hits the fan, he gets up and leaves and is gone for a week, and then he comes back. But it doesn't happen all the time. She says people act like they know what's going on between she and Chris, but they don't, and he is there for Aubrey. Tara asks Andrea if he's involved in their son's life. Andrea says he is currently not, because of the situation with her parents, and he doesn't want to be around her parents. Tara asks Chris why did he go back to Texas. Chris said he went back to take a break, not to move back, and he and Andrea didn't break up. At that time, neither of them had control over their relationship. Andrea says that a lot was going on, so he had to leave. Tara asks Chris if he's afraid of being a father of two. Chris says that he wasn't there for Andre, and Aubrey is a little person, so he needs someone to give him credit for trying, and it's hard not having a lot of supporters. Everybody thinks that he got up and left. He says that he's trying, and that's all he can say. Tara asks Andrea why she went back to Chris. Andrea said she's been wanting to work things out with him, and she doesn't see anything wrong with working things out with her baby daddy. She doesn't care what anybody says. She's going to be with him. Tara asks Andrea why is she so annoyed. Andrea says because everybody's coming at Chris. Amanda tells Andrea that nobody's coming at Chris. Andrea says that she knows that he has a bad attitude, and she knows she has one herself. She says that nobody sees what she sees behind closed doors with Chris. He takes care of their daughter, Aubrey, and the only thing that's stopping him is her parents. Tara asks Chris if there's anything he'd like to do to repair his relationship with the twins' parents. Amanda tells Chris that he doesn't understand their dad's point of view. She says that their dad is hurt because Andre has been through so much and they almost lost him and Chris wasn't around. And that's why their dad is the way he is. Tara asks Chris if he feels like he's going to attempt to try to get back in his son's life. Chris says that he wants to get custody of his son. Tanya says regardless of how his son's parents feel about him, his son still wants to see his father. He needs to be a father to his kids. Chris said he tried to give that a shot, but it didn't go well. Amanda says that shouldn't stop him. Tanya tells Chris not to let his son feel any type of way. Amanda said sometimes she feels like her sister is putting Chris in front of her. Andrea admits that she puts Chris before her sister sometimes. He's her baby daddy, and he's always going to be. After Jordan and Chris leave the stage, Money's baby daddy, Derek Sr., joins everyone on stage. Money gets annoyed. They show some footage regarding Money trying to convince her baby daddy to let her son live in Atlanta with her. Money starts crying. She says that she really misses her son and she really wants him in Atlanta with her. Tara asks Derek why he feels like D2 shouldn't live with Money. Derek says he feels like Money wouldn't have time for him. Money tells Derek that he doesn't know what she has time for, and he can't say that. Derek says D2 is 11 years old, and he can teach him how to be a man. Money mentions how Tanya is co-parenting with Devon, and both Nico and Devon are co-parenting Tanya's son and teaching him to be a man. Derek says that the situation doesn't have anything to do with him. Money says that she's using that example to show that they're not the only ones going through co-parenting issues. Derek says that Money works around the clock, unlike him, and he can be there. Tara asks Money how long D2 has been with Derek. Money says about a year. Money said even after she got her stuff together, things aren't going her way. Money says getting her stuff together so her son can live with her has always been her agenda. Then, Derek tells Money that it's all about her. Money says that she's not about to say that it's their agenda because they are not together. Then Derek tells Money that it's all about her. Money says she's not about to say that it's their agenda because they're not together. Then Money and Derek start going back and forth. Derek says that he did not say he'd let their son live with her. Money says yes he did, and that's why she got her stuff together. Tanya butts in and says that she has been through the same co-parenting issues with Devon. She says she knows that her daughter doesn't want to be without either of her parents. Tara asks Derek what he thinks is the best situation for their son. Derek says they should let their son make his own decision. Tara points out how in the past, D2 said that he wanted to live with his mother in Atlanta, and he asked Derek if he'd say yes. Derek says that it would crush him, but he can't hold his child back from something that he wants to do. Money says that Derek is slick talking. Derek says Money wants everything to be about her all the time. Tara says that they're going to have to agree to disagree. Then Derek leaves the stage. Next, some footage of Tanya finding out whether her kids are little people or not is shown. Tanya starts crying while watching the footage. Tanya says that she's accepted that both of her kids are little people. Tara asks Tanya why it took her so long to get her kids tested. Tanya says with her son, she didn't think he was a little person when he was born. Tanya says she doesn't want anybody using him or bullying him, and she will somebody up if they mess with her child because he's little. Everything is harder, and as a mom, you don't want your kids to suffer or hurt, and there's nothing that you can do about it. She feels like she's supposed to protect them. Tara asks Andrea what her thoughts are about Tanya's disappointment. Andrea says that when her son Andre was 26 weeks old, she found out that he was a little person. She cried and didn't want him to be little. She didn't want him to go through what she and her sister went through. Tara asks the ladies if they think it's easier now being a little person. Sam says that she feels like it's a little easier. Next, some footage from the Bahamas trip is shown. They also show footage of Minnie dancing with that man that she met at the gig on the cruise ship and leaving with him. Minnie says that she did not sleep with or do anything sexual with that guy that she met at the gig. Amanda mentions how some people were complaining on the trip. Tanya said that she had fun on the trip and was happy to support the twins, but she missed her kids, and she didn't want her pregnancy to stop her from doing things. She tries to push herself to be a good friend and reminds herself that she has people who still want her to support them. Andrea says being away from both of her kids was very hard for her. They show a clip of Andrea reacting to the news that her and her sister will be traveling some more for business. They also show footage of Amanda when she found out that her sister went back to Dallas. Both Amanda and Andrea get emotional while seeing those clips. Amanda says when she walked into her sister's apartment, she realized that her sister really did leave. She says that they have come a long way with each other, and it's not like her to just get up and leave. Tara asks Andrea why does she get up and leave without saying goodbye. Andrea says she doesn't know. Tara asks Amanda if she thinks that Andrea picked Chris over her career and her sister and everything else. Amanda says yes, and it's the same thing. Andrea says that she can live her own life and she's not going to listen to her or anyone else. Amanda says that she's not telling her how to live her life. Then they go back and forth with each other. Tara asks Amanda if she thinks that Chris will leave Andrea again. Amanda says that Chris is unpredictable. He has to prove to Andrea that he's going to be there for her, and that's the only way that she's so defensive of her sister. She pointed out how Andrea's son thinks that his grandfather is his dad, and it shouldn't be like that. Chris should have been there from day one, and if he could lay down and create Andre, he could have been a man and stepped up. Andrea says she's giving the tiny twins a break. Tara asks if that's temporary until Chris leaves again. Andrea says that she doesn't think that Chris is going to leave, but then again, she doesn't know because she's not Chris. But they'll see. After that, Tara begins to talk about Money and her relationship with Moreland. She says that Money proposed to Moreland and he said yes. Not only is she getting married, she's getting her own 4-part series that chronicles the preparation for her wedding. Then they show a sneak peek of the special. Then at the end of the reunion, Tara asks each of the ladies a question. She asks Tanya if she's looking forward to the final stage of her pregnancy, and if she's picked a name for her unborn daughter. Tanya says definitely, and her daughter's name will be Jade Tahiri Rose. Tara asks Sam what's next for her. Sam says she would like to get her makeup off of the ground and start her own makeup line. Tara asks Juicy how her bobbleheads are selling. Juicy says for some people who don't want a bobblehead of her, they sure are flying off of the shelves. Tara asks Minnie what's going on with her. Minnie says that this season she's been in the process of changing. She says that she's bettering herself health-wise. Then Tara asks the twins where they are. Amanda says that she doesn't know where they are since Andrea is in Dallas and she is in Atlanta, and they were supposed to be working on their brand. Andrea says at the moment she's focusing on her relationship with Chris, and they're doing pretty good. Tara asks Andrea if she's staying with Chris. Andrea says, of course. Get ready, y'all. Get ready to watch her go through the same old process. He's just gonna hurt her again. He's just gonna hurt her again. She just keeps on giving him so many chances. Before Tara wraps the reunion up, she congratulates the ladies on Season 4. Yes, there's gonna be a Season 4 of Little Women Atlanta. I'm so excited. And that's the end of the reunion. I'm looking forward to Season 4. Tanya's baby's gonna be born during Season 4, and all kinds of other new adventures with the ladies. I'm so excited, so happy about Season 4. Now let me talk about this reunion. I already expressed how I felt about Tammy acting a fool, throwing water on people. I had no idea that Amanda and Jordan broke up because Jordan was going to the club, but I'm glad they worked things out. I know he treats Amanda like a queen. She would not let him treat her like crap, because she's woke. Because if her man was treating her the way Chris treats Andrea, she would have broke it off. She would have been like, nah, I'm worth more than that. I'm not about to be treated like crap by you. I want to thank everybody who watched all my Little Women Atlanta review videos for season 3. Sadly, I will not be doing review videos for Money's wedding special because just, you know, putting these videos together, doing all the editing, doing all the note taking is just time consuming, and I don't even get paid for this. You know, everybody doesn't appreciate what I do, so I'm just not going to cover the wedding special. I'm sorry guys, but it's too much. Plus I have other obligations, you know. I don't always have time for this. That's why my videos get posted late sometimes, because of course sometimes I get lazy, you know, I don't feel like doing stuff. Sometimes I get tired from my other important obligations. And recently I was sick, so you know, I didn't feel like putting this video together when I was sick. Yeah, but yes, I will be covering season 4 of Little Women Atlanta. So that's gonna be in like August. Stay tuned, everybody. Once again, I do apologize for posting this video late. Like I just said, I was sick. I've been busy a little bit. I've been tired, lazy. That's pretty much all I have to say, so I'll wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at ILUMoreThanThis. Follow me on Instagram at Taurus_charm. Subscribe to my channel. If you have subscribed, turn on my notifications. And I will see you guys in August or July. Bye!